What's up, White Tube? Today we're talking about a very touchy subject, man. Touchy topic that literally brings ill emotions within families, within couples, within grandparents, aunties. We're talking about DNA test. Now, this lovely lady right here and her lovely daughter is going viral because she uploaded the clip of her saying that the guy she's assumed to be this kid's father, this girl's father right here is not the father. And this girl looks like she's about what, possibly, 4, 5, just guessing. So 4 or 5 years later, she's going to the DNA test because apparently that is not the dad. Now, when we discuss DNA, man, DNA really rips the family apart. It takes away the goodness from a relationship. Like, personally, I've been in a similar situation like this recently. And from a guy's perspective, it's scary, bro. And when we mention DNA with the female we're dealing with, 9 times out of 10, it's never a good conversation. It never goes smooth, bro. It always backfires. And I was talking to an OG recently. He's like, "Well, brother, you never bring that up, man. You just you play it cool and you say certain things." I forgot what he even told me, man. But I must just get y'all perspective on my situation now. I'm messing with a shorty, whatever. We kicking it. We not really official, bro. So as adults, we all gotta start being honest. It's like some of you guys got people out there where you just hooking up with. Y'all just kicking it. Y'all might be been hooking up for 6 months. You feel me? Like, but y'all ain't together. It was kind of like that. We just was kicking it, and now shorty was a cold piece. Usually, I'm overly paranoid, meaning that, yo, bro, when I'm messing with a shorty, I'm on full alert. I'm strapping it up. But when you dealing with a cold piece, what I mean by a cold piece, I'm talking about somebody that looks good. They got the body, they got the physique. You know what I mean? They could make you kind of be off your square. So I'm messing with shorty for a while. She keep saying it's like, she don't really like the latex. You know what I mean? So I'm hearing that back to back. Long story short, she come with the papers and make everything official. I'm raw dogging. You know what I mean? But towards the end, when she figured out she got pregnant, I was like, okay, for sure. I ain't worried about the baby, but I gotta be certain. When I say I wanted to confirm with a DNA test, everything hit the wall, bro. Now it hit the wall because she claimed that, hey, I'm making accusations that she's, a floozy or whatever. But it's like, nah, that's not the case. But as adults, we all gotta realize, look, okay, if I'm not officially dating this person, I'm talking to other people for real. And women hate having to admit that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. From a guy's perspective of dealing with this situation, they hate having to admit, like, yo, you talking to somebody else. What's gonna happen if you say that? Because if we not together, that's not gonna change anything. You feel me? That's just better communication. So when I bring up the DNA test, oh, everything hits the wall. It went left. Now we transpired to this situation. I can guarantee you that this lady right here knew she was having multiple partners, fam. She knew she was having multiple partners because she goes on to say, like, she's trying to figure out which young nigga she slept with. And it's like, you could have avoided this 4 or 5 years later if you just did the right thing and probably did a DNA test. And a DNA test shouldn't make anybody upset, bro. There's a video that went viral on X of a guy who literally did the DNA test right when his son came out to confirm his son was his, and then you have all these women like, oh, if you're my man and you do a DNA test, when a baby comes out, we're done. Divorce papers are getting handed to you the next day, and it's like, come on, baby, it's never that serious. It's never that serious because if we take care of that now, we don't have to come and be like her 4 years later trying to figure out who this baby dad is. And DNA test, bro, I think they keep families together despite what everybody out there thinks. It's like, listen, we're all adults here. If somebody say they want a DNA test, it's not for them to say, you are not, a loyal person or whatever. It's to confirm, like, hey, okay, this is really my responsibility. I'm really gonna step up and take care of this child because a lot of the times, bro, the women know who the baby father that is, but for some reason, bro, they always try to like, I don't know, man. They try to put the responsibility on somebody they really want to be with, or maybe they don't want to be with that person, but it confuses me, dog. Cause I've been to a situation like this, and from the guy's perspective, man, I ain't gonna lie, it wakes you up. It literally knocks you in your head, like, oh, bro, this could be a serious situation, And the way she's talking about this is like she really doesn't care. Like she doesn't care that she was probably sleeping with 4 or 5 guys, but then she made this guy think that's really his kid. You know what I mean? And 4 or 5 years later, she's going to the DNA test, acting like she didn't really have an idea that she was having unprotected sex with multiple people. Yo, it's crazy. And then at the end, bro, she goes on to say she hopes the new dad is a rich nigga. Nah, I can't help but laugh at this situation because I've been in a similar situation, and it from the female's perspective, they're looking at an image, from the guy's perspective, it's more so of a dang, this is a lifetime responsibility that I gotta guarantee is mine because taking care of a kid, bro, it's not an easy thing, bro. It's tough. You know what I mean? It's a lot of work. So imagine you taking care of somebody else's responsibility for years, and then you find out later it's not yours. It's going to throw you off. It's going to take a lot out of you, But I don't know. I think we should start taking DNA tests more serious, man. I think right after the baby's born, really, like, doc should swab, you know what I mean? Match that up, man. Because it's going to avoid situations like this where we don't know if the dad is still around or, on the earth or whatsoever. But it's like 5 years later, it's a little late, you know what I'm saying? That's something we should find out right away in the delivery room. They do a lot of other tests in the delivery room. They should start making DNA tests mandatory, bro. Because I know a lot of people that's been in situations where they've been taken advantage of because they ain't doing DNA tests. Later they find out like this ain't been a child of 20 years. Now they might have become attached to this child. It's just a lot of emotions that could get attached to this one situation, man. But we can destroy all that off bat with a DNA test. A DNA test confirms, hey, you guys created this baby together. This is his child and this is your child. There's no indiscretions, as far as like mannerisms when the kid is grown up because I don't know. I feel like everybody has similar mannerisms to their parents in a sense. You know what I mean? So if you dealing with somebody's kid, it's not yours. The mannerisms not really gonna match. But that's further down the line. Why try to analyze the kid when you could just confirm? From the test. And everybody's kind of going in on her because she's too old to be acting like this. Really, she should have been more responsible. She should have known who she was, really letting slide in there unprotected, you feel me? Or at least kept it to a minimal. But what y'all think, though?